Oh, friends, I hope you are prepared for my indignation on this one. It's Danielle Smith. I know that I have been talking a lot about the Olympics because I truly think there are so many magical stories that come out of the summer and winter games. And in this case, so far I've talked about what has frustrated me about how we've seen the games and what I think has been fantastic about how some of the athletes have been competing. But in this case, admittedly, I'm really bothered because I think, just as I realized today, that you don't know anything about the US team that is actually the quote unquote winningest team of the Olympic Games. Who are the people, the athletes, and the individual teams that you associate most with this particular Summer Olympic Games in London? We've heard so much about Michael Phelps, about Ryan Lochte, you know about the U.S. women's gymnastic team, you know Jordan Weber, you know Allie Raceman, you know Gabby Douglas, you know that the women's soccer team won gold, you know Alex Morgan, you know Hope Solo, you know about the second coming of the men's basketball dream team, you know that the U.S. women's beach volleyball team won, you know Carrie Walsh, you know if you watched last night, you know that the U.S. women's volleyball team is set to play for a gold. There are so many different teams and so many individual athletes that we've been watching, and we hear so much about the men and the women. This is the first Olympic Games where a woman has competed for every individual country, and yet the one team that has won 40 straight Olympic Games, the one team that is set to play for their fifth straight Olympic gold medal is who? Do you know? Because until today, I had no idea that the U.S. women's basketball team was getting ready on Saturday to play for their fifth straight gold medal. They are, in theory, not really a word, but the winningest team we have. We are, in fact, a basketball country. We love basketball here. And yet, I had no idea, and I suspect, much like I was reading in the Yahoo Sports article, that you don't have any idea. Their players aren't names that we recognize. They're not getting the attention they deserve. They weren't flooded with reporters at their game when they advanced to the gold medal round. They beat their main competition, which was Australia. Australia had a 6'8" player who has actually dunked in these Olympic Games. They beat them by 13 points. And yet, they weren't all over the news today. They weren't all over the news leading up to the game. How is that possible? Because basketball, the WNBA was, in theory, created out of the Olympic Games. And yet, for some reason, we're not recognizing these women, this team, this U.S. team, as a country who seems to be enamored by medals especially, but gold medals. Why are we not giving these women attention? Why are we not seeing them all over the media? I would love to know what you think. I wish I could tell you that I had a theory. I really don't in this one. Oftentimes I think to myself, I know why. If it was reversed, if it was soccer not getting the attention, and the women's soccer had these stats, and basketball was getting the attention, I would tell you it's because the United States doesn't pay as much attention as a general rule as they do to basketball. But this is a reverse. And these women are playing their hearts out for the U.S. So I would love to know what you think. Put it in the comments for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're up for it, because I love to hear from you and I always want your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know, why are we not giving these women attention? And make sure that you do pay attention on Saturday, because they are playing for the gold. I know that I will be keeping track.